I'll let you do all the work, Josh. I did the hard part. Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters, the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and we couldn't resist. Cicada revisited. I think we're exactly 2 weeks after our first cicada adventure. Josh, of course, has been on these things almost every day and had his finger on the pulse of this. And the carp are still looking up. They're not, oh, there's another one. They're not necessarily riding the surface, but we're drawing them up with cicadas. There's still plenty of cicadas. You can hear them. I mean, it's still cicada mania. And I just couldn't resist. I took a day off work today. The shop staff was none too happy, but I'm probably not going to get fired. And, you know, nothing better than carp on dry flies. So here we are again. Follow along.
This largemouth bass ate a cicada imitation pattern. Cicada imitation pattern is used by fly angler, professional guide and instructor Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters and the Ohio Cicada Alliance. They are fired up. The largemouth are just crazy. Cicada mania. I don't know how many times I've said it, but when this is over, all you can think about is how much you'd like to get this back, because it's pretty good.
That's a bass.
Better bass?
No.
It's a huge, it's a warmouth.
It's, oh my warmouth.
Oh, it's a giant, dude. That's probably a state record green sailfish, and I'm not joking.
Okay, state record. Okay, so of course we came out to target carp today. We've seen a couple, got one to the boat. So, but I'll be honest with you, I've been fishing this same fly, the same mega muda on the same tippet. I've literally had it on this rod for 2 weeks, and I've caught a lot of fish on that fly. It's literally amazing. But I think he's starting to get a little worn out. My tippet was starting to get a little bit of abrasion on it. Sometimes it's good to just sit down, take a break, and re-rig. And I am going to tie on a fresh piece of tippet, which is never a bad idea. Fresh tippet is always good. It's like sushi. And then I'm going to tie on a new fly, and this is one that good old Justin Christofferson at the shop tied for me. Actually, I think he tied it for himself, but I think I stole it from him. But he eventually said yes. I told him I stole it. Of course, my leader, my standard 9-foot leader, contact fly fishing. I'm making a tight loop cast straight to the fly. It's the same exact leader I use on my 8-weight no matter what I'm doing, whether bone fishing, bass fishing. And I'm going to taper this down to 0x tippet. And actually, I'm using fluorocarbon. Now, I don't use fluorocarbon very much. Really, I don't use it for much of anything. But I will actually use it for dry flies. And especially on a big foam fly like this. And you've got, these carp have gotten a little more selective. So the reason why I use fluorocarbon on these dries is it actually does, it doesn't really sink necessarily like they tell you, but it will break through the surface tension of the water a lot better than monofilament. So the reason why I use it is that way you don't have that monofilament sitting up on the surface, creating that little meniscus. And yes, that was a fly that literally just went whizzing past. So anyways, I don't get that little, if you've ever seen monofilament lay on the surface of the water, it literally looks like a line on the surface of the water. So having this fluorocarbon there, it does sink. It's not going to sink nearly enough to pull this foam fly down. And that way, when the carp comes up and inspects my fly, you should be able to see it. If not, trust me, they're coming up and looking at the fly, and if they see that line extending out the nose of this fly, I think it's enough to get them to turn away. Cicada fishing is obviously, it's basically terrestrial fishing. And with a lot of terrestrial fishing, and this is also true for the mulberries. When we're fishing for carp with mulberry flies during mulberry season, which we got them overlapping. That's probably the next thing we'll be doing coming up here is catching carp on a mulberry. But you've gotta make the fish hear the fly hit the water. You wanna make them aware of your presentation. Whereas in a lot of other scenarios like saltwater fishing, trout fishing, what have you, you don't want the fish to be aware of your presentation. But this cicada has to be just like it fell out of the air or fell off a branch. Same thing with beetles, to a certain extent ants, and of course with the mulberries when we're carp fishing, they've got to hear it plop in the water. Not only the look and feel of the fly, but the sound of the fly when it hits the water makes a difference. So I think one more change that I really think will make a huge difference. Okay, so now you don't want to show this part on camera. So I'm a huge proponent of having the right apparel for the job. And of course there is no better luck that you could have than with our line of Like Butter t-shirts. We've got hats on the way. Of course we got stickers now all over the boat. So I'm gonna try this one first. It's my favorite, the Like Butter mascot. So I've got my line buttered up. I've got my butter t-shirt on. I put a little Like Butter fly floating on my fly. And you know, I think this is gonna really be the ticket. And if not, that's fine. Always bring additional clothes, and I do have the hot buttered lightning, should I need that. It's real easy to change your frock while on the water. And so there we go. Let's get after the carp, just like butter. There's a cat, there's the cat. That's a big bass, that's what I meant. It's a cat bass. It's a cat bass. Sorry, I thought it was a catfish, but yeah. Booyah. Okay. Now we're talking. I'm telling you, these Like Butter t-shirts. Of course, it might be the Justin Christopherson fly too, or the Randy Travis impersonations, which unfortunately I've been listening to for an hour or so. Got it. He's hot too. Bonus carp. Yeah, what he said. Well, there you have it, friends. Cicada Mania Part 2. Actually, it's Part 48. It's been an amazing 3-4 weeks around Mad River Outfitters and here in Central Ohio and west of us. I'm telling you, I've never seen such a buzz amongst our employees. Everybody's been tying flies. People are going fishing literally every day and every night after work. Been some amazing carp caught on the surface. You know, Andy has been guiding for them. Katie's been chasing them. Ryan's been chasing them. It's just been some of the best fishing literally of our career. As Josh has said before, we'll be sad to see it go, but at least we got to experience it. This will probably be my last warm water. The bugs are definitely winding down. You can hear them in the trees, but they've not been on the water today. We may head west and chase some trout over the next couple of days. We'll hopefully fill you in on that. We came out today specifically chasing carp, and we got one early. We had a couple of eats, of course, kind of blew the shots. That's the way carp fishing goes. But they're definitely winding down. They're not up. We were able to draw them up, but they're not up on the surface gorging themselves like they were over the past couple weeks. But I can tell you that the largemouth fishing today was fantastic. I don't know how many largemouth we got, but man, they were just devouring the flies. So can't say enough about it. And of course, bluegill, panfish. What was that one I got? The green sunfish. Got a giant green sunfish. So it's just been some of the best fishing of our career. Of course, the Like Butter t-shirts really helped out today, which, by the way, Josh, special thanks to Josh McQueen. But Josh, is that Jeff Daniels?
Huh?
Is that Jeff Daniels on the front
this?
of your shirt?
No, I kind of took the liberty of slipping this into the order form when we were placing our order. Do you like it?
I do. I'm a big Jeff Daniels fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's fine. I'm sure he likes butter too. Everybody likes butter.
It's not Jeff Daniels. Like butter.
Like butter. Hey you! If you like this video, hit subscribe. It helps out a lot. And check out these videos. We think you might like them too.